that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be an accountant because it's safe in a business. Not because they want to do it, just because they heard it pays. And who the fuck wants to be poor knowing that's how we've been raised? Society is getting heavy, I can feel the weight, the pressure of success.
Yo, what's good, my fellow Hollows? It's your boy, the Hollow Panther, coming at you with another amazing What If. And yes, this is going to be part 4 of What If Team Rwby were Isekaied to the My Hero Universe redo. And I hope you guys enjoyed my 700 subscriber special. It was What If My Hero Academia was in the Mass Effect. So I hope you guys did enjoy that series. I still need time. I still need to script part 2 of that series. So please be patient for part 2 to come out. So for then, I will give you part 4 of What If Team Rwby were Isekaied to the My Hero Universe in the redo. So before I start part 4, I will give you a quick recap what happened in part 3. So what happened in part 3? So Deku and them went to Island and met David, Shield, and Melissa. Same thing pretty much happened in the movie, but instead of David Shield getting arrested, Zuko vouched for David Shield a little bit and lied a bit. He said David Shield was forced to give the Wolfram the quirk enhancement device so he could protect his daughter. So the police officer believed in Izuku because Izuku was the son of the number 2 hero, Tatsumaki. And David Shield asked, why did he do that? And he said, I want you to keep your promise and bring Rwby, his girlfriend Rwby, back to our world. So he said, alright. So Melissa and David continue on their work to making the dimension portal. So after that, they had their final exams. Deku and Bakugo had to face both Fubuki and All Might. They managed to win that fight, and Yang had to fight the whole class of Class 1A. She has beat almost everybody except Todoroki, Bakugo, and Izuku. And before that happened, Shinzo used his voice changer to sound like Crow. It worked for a minute. That when Bakugo slapped her back of the head and said, I ain't gonna win like that. And that fucked up their only chance of beating Yang the first time. So Yang freaking grabbed Shinzo's voice changer and started walling at him, and he knocks him out. So it was only up to Zuko, Bakugo, and Todoroki. So Todoroki managed to use his ultimate attack to break her aura, but Yang managed to knock out Todoroki. The only person who was left was Bakugo and Izuku. And Izuku used his telekinesis to hold Yang bound, and Bakugo hesitant to pull the pin, and Yang screamed at him and said, don't you dare hold back at me. And Bakugo just pulled the pin and shot it at Yang, knock her out, her failed her final exam. So she had to take remedial courses alongside with Kirishima, Sato, Mina, and Kaminari. So before they went and they were going shopping for a camp supply, Cinder stopped Deku and asked. They had their conversation. While Cinder pointing one of her blades at Izuku's back, and Cinder trying to force him to tell him what he knows about. He said, force him what he knows about the place, how to get back home, back to Remnant. But Izuku didn't say anything. That's when Rwby came to find Izuku. That's when Cinder made her weapon disappear and just walked off. And when Rwby saw Cinder, Cinder just disappeared in the crowd. And Izuku just fell on the ground, bleeding out a bit. That's when Rwby took Deku to the hospital. They passed him up and questioned him. So before they went inside the bus, for the forest training camp, Bakugo pulled Yang aside and told her how he felt. Then Yang said, "About damn time you asked me out," and she passively kisses Bakugo. So Bakugo and Yang were having a makeout session. That's when Kirishima said, "Okay, that's enough, lovebirds. It's time to get on the bus." And they went to the bus, and that's pretty much what happened in part 3. And that's the end of the recap. So this is gonna be part 4 of What If Team Ruby were Isekaied to the My Hero Universe redo. So everybody was all right. This started when everyone was they were driving to the forest training camp. Zuko was sitting next to Rwby, Blake was sitting next to Shinzo, Wise was sitting next to Todoroki, and Yang was sitting next to Bakugo. So everyone was talking and all that other stuff. Then they finally made it to the area near like the area in the cliffside. So that when they met the Wild Wild Pussycats, only Mandalay and Pixie Ball. So Pixie Ball explained what they had to do and showed her where the campsite at. And Carmen already put 2 and 2 together. Like, oh shit! Everyone back at the bus. Everybody try to run back at the bus. Mandalay, the Pixie Bob used her quirk to break, to collapse the whole ground on their feet and brought them to the forest. Said, oh man, it's gonna be a pain. Cracks the neck like, all right, we'll try to get to the. He said, all right, let's try to get to the campsite. They grabbed on the Rwby, just flew to the campsite. Like, all right, see y'all guys there. Like, wait, what? And Bakugo's like, wait, what? Deku, where you going? Like, what? I'm going to the campsite. See ya. Flew up, start flying toward the campsite, the location of the campsite. He's like, dang it, Deku, you lucky you can fly. Let's just get this up. Then Bakugo said, let's go. Bakugo and the others start walking for the forest. That's when all the earth golems start appearing. Like, fuck, damn it, Deku. So everyone started fighting the earth golems. After a while, they finally got to the campsite. Luke said, oh guys, what took you so long? Like, and Bakugo screamed, shut up, Deku. Your ass, you and your girlfriend just flew here. We have to go through all these damn earth golems. Like, oh, really? Yeah, I saw the earth golem when I was flying there. I was flying my way there. Hey, you did. Hey, I didn't have my. I was holding Rwby, so I couldn't call you. But you walk like, yeah. So, like you made it on time. Yeah. Going there and said, oh, look that little kid over there. And Mandalay said, oh, that's my little nephew. And Kaminari walked over and said, hey, my name is Dickie Kaminari for the Hero Course. Nice to meet you, man. Then only called up straight deck Kaminari in his nuts. Like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? A low blow, unforgivable. A punch of the feet of the child. Punch of the scrotum is unforgivable. He said, you think I want to hang out with you wannabe heroes? And that's what Ida said. Wannabe? How old are you, kid? And Bakugo said, I like this kid. The kid got some spunk, you know. Orochi said, yeah, you remind me of you. He said, what you say, half and half? That's when everyone started cooking preparing lunch, their dinner and stuff. So after they done eating, they went to the bathhouse. Duke was chilling. This feels nice. Everybody was relaxing and chilling. She said, What was it? And then that's when Class 1B finally came in like, yo, like, hey, what's up? Everyone started relaxing. This is feeling nice. Yep. Then the girls were like, and the girls side, was all acting. So, how it feel to finally to date Bakugo, huh? Like, it's our first time ever dating. Going, so I don't know. Then Mina turned to Rwby like, how's like dating Izuku? Like, oh, it's great. We really like each other. Very much. Then Mina said, so have you two done it yet? And Rwby's face turned red like, what you mean? Did the deed. Like, oh, no. It started turning red way around like, no. Me Izuku didn't do that. No. Mina turned around to see Uraraka. So you gonna act out Ida? Like, maybe. Probably after the camp. And Yaro said, what? You try to act out Ida, huh? And yeah. That's weird, but Ida did ask me out a few days ago for the camp. Like, and Uraraka said, wait, what? Yeah. So what you say? Like, I said, yeah. And Mina said, oh my god, you and Ida are dating? Like, yeah, pretty much. Or I could heart that shadow like, oh. And he turned around and Mina said, he said, it's okay, Ochako. The Aura boys in our class. It looked like, then Mina said, so Jiro, are you and Kaminari dating yet? I was like idiot too dead. Yeah, he's cute but I don't know. I want to date him. So what? And then Mina went to her wife. So you and Todoroki been dating since the sports fest. So you two haven't done it yet. Like the wife said, no, we didn't. Even though I want to, but yeah, you know how he is. Everybody said, yep. And Mina looked at Blake. So Blake, have you found someone yet? Blake said, not really. And her said, yeah, I actually have. But I want to keep it a secret still. So, yeah. And Mia said, oh, hey Blake, I think you and Shinzo will be a good couple. Like, oh really? Like, yeah. It seemed like you and him hang out a lot. Like, yeah, we good friends. And goes, or she could be. I could see her more with Tokiyami too. Reply like, oh, I could see her with Tokiyami. Like, everybody said Tokiyami. Yeah, they both have a lot in common. Mia said, I could see that. I could see that as well. You have a point. So after the bath, they all went to sleep. So the days they start their training, so they did their training and all that other stuff. So they did the same thing like they usually do in canon. Rwby was training with Yang with Yang with hand-to-hand combat. White Blake was doing some solo training. Weiss was doing solo training as well. Izuku doing some solo training using his telekinesis. Bakugo doing the same training like he does in canon. So with everyone else. So the night of the test of courage happened. So everybody, Mina and everybody was excited. So that's when Aizawa said, "Yeah, the people who failed the final exam are taking remedial courses with me tonight." And Mina said, "You gotta be kidding me!" Said, "Yeah, you didn't impress me during today's training." Only person who impressed me was Yang. So Yang gets a step, can do the test of courage. She said, "Thank you, Sensei." So I put his scarf around Mina, Kirishima, Kaminari, and Sato. He said, "Let's go." They started complaining. I said, "Man, Pixie Ball said we'd get her the award. We want her to treat Mr. Aizawa." And Aizawa said, "Do you want me to tighten your string some more?" He just didn't say anything. So Izuku said, "Hey, where's Kota? Where's Kota at?" He said, "Oh, he probably at the same hiding spot. Have you eaten?" I'm like, "No, he hasn't. Can you please handle some of this? Give him this before you starve to death?" Like, "Sure." So Izuku flew up using his telekinesis, fly to Kota's little hiding spot. And he landed towards Kota. He said, "Hey, Kota, probably your aunt was worried about you, and she made you something to eat." She said, and Kota said, "I don't want it." Izuku put this food on next to him. He said, all right, Kota, talk to me. What's the matter? Why do you hate heroes so much?" "Because my parents used to be heroes and they got killed by a villain. So that's why I hate heroes. Because the heroes, my parents are dead. Because my parents were heroes, that's why they're dead, and not with me." So that doesn't make sense, Kota. Why? So you hate the heroes? So you hate heroes because your parents were heroes that got killed by a villain? You should be hating the villain that killed your parents, not the heroes. I know how you feel to be a son of a hero. My mom is the number 2 hero, Tornado. And Kota said, "Really? Your mom's the number 2 hero?" Like, "Yeah. I know how it feels to be a child of the hero. If my mom died, I would have hate the villains who done that to her. But it's not hate the hero society in a par. I'm sorry what happened to your parents, Kota. You can't. There's no reason for you to hate hero. So if you hate, you're gonna hate all the hard work and service that your parents did for this city, and did everything in their power to protect you, Kota. Come on, but I know your parents would loved you with the bottom of their hearts. If they saw you hating heroes, they would have been upset. They probably don't want you to be hating hero. They want you to become a great hero just like them. They take on their legacy as the water hose heroes. As the water hose. I know you have a water quirk. I know your quirk. You have the same quirk as your parents. I can see you becoming a great hero, Kota. Just you need to believe in yourself. And Keep that and let go of that burden of hating heroes. You understand, Koda? Go start tearing up and hugging Zuku. He said, and Zuko hugged Koda back, saying, "It's okay. I know how you. I'm here for you, Koda." That's when, in the distance, Dobby and the rest and the Vanguard action squads were looking at in the forest. Say, "All right, you know what to do. We are We are after two people. Koski Bakugo and Yang Tai Long. Make sure we get those two. No failure." So everyone sprang the action. That's when Dobby started lighting the forest on fire. Zuko turned around and see the forest caught on fire. He said, "Oh no!" And Toto said, "Wait, what's going on?" That's when a muscular person trying toward them. Zuko grabbed Koda and flew him up with using his telekinesis. And the muscular person said, "I knew it was gonna be someone up in this mountain." And people said there was nobody probably be on this mountaintop. And Zuko said, "Who the hell are you?" He said, we got here. The son of the number 2 hero, Tornado. Good, I get to kill the brat of the number 2 hero." Then he took off his clothes and told his eyes wide and said, "It's him. It's the guy who killed my parents." Like, Zuko said, "Oh, so you want to kill Koda's parents? What you mean? Oh, you mean those stupid water hose here? Yeah, I killed them. The reason why I killed them, because they did this to my eye. So I killed those sons of bitches. I don't know how I killed them." Then he activated his quirk with these. My quirk is called Muscle Fiber. It gives me the ability to bring out my muscle. And it makes it good for offense and defense. Then Zuko just used his telekinesis and launched a tree at Muscular. Muscular managed to catch the tree and threw it back at him. Zuko caught it and broke the tree and broke his tree. They formed them into sharp wooden spears to start throwing the trees at wooden spears at Muscular. Gonna try his best to block him. The wooden spear pierced right through his arm and through his leg. He said, "Grab towards Muscular said, why you're here? Why you guys are here? And who are you after?" "Oh, I forgot to ask you before I start. I look for a girl named Yang Tai Long and a boy named Koski Bakugo." And Zuko's eyes wide, "So you after Ka-chan and Yang, huh?" "Yeah, that's not gonna happen." So Zuko straight slammed Muscular through the mountain, knocking him out. He used the telekinesis that flew him and Koda back to Mr. Aizawa and the other. He said, "Mr. Aizawa, here, take the villain and take Koda back to man. I had to and tell them they after Bakugo and Yang. After Bakugo Yang." He flew back. I try to see if the Wild Pussycat need help. Then Zuko flew towards the Wild Pussycat. We see them fighting Big Six Magna and Spitter. Spitter was using his blade again. So Zuko grabbed a hold of Spitter's sword weapon and broke it and threw all the blades at Spitter, pinning them to the tree. Then he saw someone about to take Ragdoll, so he used the telekinesis to pull the guy towards him and knock him out, slam him to a tree, knocking him out, and pull him Ragdoll back to her. He said, "You okay, Ragdoll?" And Ragdoll said, "Yes, I'm alright, thank you." And she ran up to help the others. So Big Sis Mag was already knocked out Pixie Bob. Tiger tried to not fight. Zuki just grabbed Big Sis Mag weapon and he threw it towards her head, then knocking her out. And Tiger said, "Thank you for the assist." Then finally, Aizawa came and tied up Muscular and the other villains up. And Kodo Ranty was on, hugged her, and said, "T, like, Kodo, how glad you saved. I have to go. Mandalay, please send out a message for everyone to use their quirk and to tell them that the villains are after both Kachan and Yang." And he flew back in the forest. The Piccolo relayed the message, Zuko's message. He said, "You guys are authorized to use your quirks, and you guys have to protect this Kachan and Yang, because the villains are after them." And Todoroki said, "Wait, they after you, Bakugo?" Bakugo said, "Wait, they after Yang." And Rwby said, "Wait, they after Yang? Wait, where's Yang? Yang! Why, have you seen Yang?" Like, "No, I haven't." "She probably with Blake." And Blake said, "Shit, they after you." Like, "Oh, no, damn it." So, suddenly both Yang and Blake ran into to Tetsu and Kendo. He said, "What's going on? And where you get those masks from?" "Oh, Al Rosa from your class gave us to us. It's for the fog villain. We trying to look for." He tossed them the other two masks that they put them on. Said, maybe go to the part where it's thickened the most. So they ran to the thicker part of the fog to find Mustard. So the same thing happened to same thing happened to Cannon. Kendo got knocked. I think she got knocked out. And when Tetsu, that's when Tetsu tried to go through, got hit, and Tetsu tried to go towards the spitter. That's when he shot his mask off. He was trying to keep his breath. That's when Yang came beside Mustard and freaking left hooked. Freaking punched him square in his face, knocking him out, deactivating quirk. And Yang said, "Tessa, you alright?" He's like, "Yeah." And he said, "Yeah, fine. Thanks for the help." I was like, "No problem." Wait, Mandalay said she was after these villains after you and Bakugo. I said, "Yeah." We had to find Bakugo and try to protect you and him. And Yang said, "I can protect myself." So everyone was walking to find Bakugo, and Izuku was flying to find Rwby and the others. That's when Shoji grabbed on Izuku and curled him up. Like, he said, "Hey, Shoji, let me go. He'll go over there." We're like, "Why? What's going on?" "It's Tokiyami." "What do you mean?" He lost control over Dark Shadow." Like, wait, what? They turned around, they saw Tokiyami losing control of Dark Shadow, telling them to get away from me. "I can't control Dark Shadow." And Zuko screaming, "Tokiyami, calm down." Suddenly Shoji was running away from Tokiyami. Dark Shadow was following them. That's when they ran into both Bakugo and Todoroki. And they also met up with Rwby and White. That's when Shoji was screaming, "We need some light. We need some light." Tokiyami lost control over Dark Shadow. That's when both Bakugo and Todoroki uses their quirk to try to shrink down Dark Shadow. And Bakugo says, "Still, you couldn't beat me." He said the same line of cannon to Tokiyami, and Tokiyami said, "Thank you. Thank you for saving me." And Deku was like, "Can you let go of me now, Shoji?" Sure. That's when Deku ran to hug Ruby, like, "Oh, thank God you're okay." Like, yeah, I'm fine, Cookie. Wait, where's Yang? Oh no, I was looking for her. That's when I ran into Bakugo in Todoroki. Shit. Come on. Oh, yeah, we did find Kanchan. Kanchan. So we do is to go back to where Mr. Aizawa and them at. Here we go. And find a way, but and that's when Ruby said, "What about Yang?" Yeah, hopefully she found a group. A group. You said she was Blake. Wait. Where's Blake? The wife said she with Yang. It's like, oh, okay. So what? So hope that both Yang and Blake found themselves a group, so they could be all right. So so everyone else started going back to Mr. Aizawa. That's when they saw a fight. That's when he saw a fight going on between Uraraka, and Tsuyu. Well, Luffy grabbed Toga using his telekinesis, and on the wall, he said, "What the hell are you doing?" He said, "Your." Toga's like, "Oh, who are you? Oh, so you and Zuki. Oh, Cinder been talking about you a lot lately." So, oh really? I owe her. I owe her a punch. Or I owe her a slam through a wall for stabbing me in my back. Or Raka sue you, alright? Or Raka said, "Yeah, I'm fine. She just took me with sun." And she would start draining me out. So her quirk had something to do with her drinking blood. Ruby came out and said, "Izuki, you alright?" Like, "Yeah, fine. I just kept after another villain." Like, "Come on, Izuki, you really want to capture me?" Wash it. Why you say that? I can help you. Like, yeah, you're just saying that you're trying to allow me to lower my guard, then you stab me with one of your knives. Yeah, the night try. Oh, who's it? Suddenly a wave of fire about to hit Zuki. Zuki just let go of Toga and it flew up. He said, "What the hell?" And then that's when Toga said, "What took you so long, Dobby?" He's like, I got distracted. Suddenly, Mr. Compressed came up in the trees, catching one a marble, tossing a marble in his hand. That's when his own hearing, he's telling her, "Give her back now!" That's when he tested Blake, and Kendo, and he all thought, "Wait, they have Yang?" That's when both Bakugo and Tokiyami started glowing. Suddenly, has caught three marbles. Like, "No, Bakugo and Tokiyami, give them back!" Zuku a few told us tonight and threw it at Mr. Compress. Compress managed to dodge. That's when, before he landed at the Tetsu punch Mr. Compress square in the gut. Tokiyami, so Tetsu managed to grab one of the marbles. And he caught and managed to be Tokiyami. That's when both Todoroki and Blake was about to catch the other two. That's when Dobby swiped both of them. He said, "A little too slow, too late." Suddenly, he said, "We got what we wanted." So the Korigiri opened the for the warp gate. That's when the Marvel appeared. It shows both Yang and both Dobby's hand. It shows both Yang and Bakugo get sucked into the portal. Rwby was running as fast as he can, saying Yang, and Zuko's flying toward Bakugo like screaming "Kacchan!" That's when Bakugo said, "Deku, stay back." And that's also what Yang said, told Rwby to stay back to get sucked in the warp gate, and the warp gate closes. Zuko screamed out, "No!" And Rwby screamed out, "Yang!" Tears flowing to her eyes. Zuko looked at Rwby. Rwby just hugged Zuko and said, "Oh, Yang's gone." And Zuko hugged her back, saying, "Don't worry, Rwby. We get them back. We get her back, both of them." So everyone, so all the villains they did capture got arrested. Only people who didn't get arrested were Toga, Twice, and Dobby. Everyone else, like Spitter, Big Sis Magna, Moonfish, and Muscular, got arrested. And Momo did put the tracker on the Nomus, so they do know where the League of Villains hideout at. So they was all at the hospital. Railroad gave All Might the tracking device. And Kirishima still said, I want to say, Bach, I didn't do nothing. I was sitting there with all my friends were in trouble, and everyone and I allowed two of my best friends to get captured. And that makes me less of a man if I don't do anything about it. And he looked at Zuko and Rwby like, we can still save them. Zuko said, "You're right." He said, like, really, you got going? Really think you're going after them? You're gonna do the same mistake like I did? And Rwby said, "I don't care. I'm doing this to save my sister." And Edith said, "Allow the pros to do this. Let the pros handle it." And Suyu said, "I agree with Ida. We should allow the pros to handle this on their own. We can't just get in their way." Kirishima just said, "Whatever, fine. Allow the pros to handle it." They went off and slammed the door behind them. Kirishima said, Lucas said, "Give Kirishima some time. He did got lost two of his friends." So we switched to the respect between Bakugo and Yang. He said, "What the hell you guys want?" So when Cinder came out and said, "Oh, hello, Yang. It's been such a long time." He said, "Cinder, what the hell you want?" I don't know why these idiots. What I want is to kill you and your sister, and those two other friends of yours. But the leader, these guys want to recruit you to the League of Villains because of your speech you did in the sports fest. And for Bakugo, I don't care what about you. They want you to join too because of your attitude, how you act villainous. So you got one or two options: join them, or I get to kill you. Bakugo said, "I will never join you guys." That's when Cinder threw a spike at Bakugo's leg. Bakugo started wincing in pain. And Blake and Yang saying, "No, leave him alone." I said, "Oh." You care about this boy so much. Wait, are you two are a thing? Suddenly she threw another spike at Bakugo's leg. He went to the again and said, "No, stop!" Said, "Oh, that express you are you are together." So, yeah, so Cinder constantly stabbing fire spikes onto Bakugo's legs. He more wrestling in the pain. Then the Yank keeps saying, "Stop." It, that's when she took the spikes off. Said, "All right, give me a bat." I don't like it. Said, "When someone just beat, I don't like doing it." So Bobby grabbed a bat. Suddenly, one of Cinder's one of Cinder's men grabbed a bat, started whacking Bakugo with it. She keeps saying, "No, Bakugo." Bakugo keeps taking the hits by the metal bat, keep getting whacked and whacked. But they didn't aim for the head; they aim for the arms. The arms, the already pierced legs that Cinder pierced her spikes on. His kneecaps. If the Yank keeps tearing up, saying, "Stop, leave him alone." Like, keep screaming, "Bakugo." Bakugo still keeping he's still trying to hold his screams of pain. Often said, "That's enough, son. Tell your men your men to stop." He said, "All right, you guys to stop." That's how we treat our guests. We post to our new recruits. So, Yang Tai Long and Katsuki Bakugo. The person from another universe. Well, yes, of course I know, because Cinder is part of your universal remnant. So, you have an amazing, I think Cinder said you have a semblance. It is pretty amazing what I saw in the Sports Fest. With your powers, you could pretty much, you could use a person with your powers. Come and join the League of Villains. If you don't, I will take your boyfriend's quirk and allow them to kill, and I will tell Cinder to kill him right in front of you. The choice is yours. Yang about to scream, "Don't do it, Yang! They'll join these bastards." That's when Shigaraki unchained Bakugo, grabbed him by the. He told Rwby to grab him. Rwby grabbed him by the hair. He puts him on his knees. Shigaraki grabbed him by the throat, holding just his middle finger, leaving his middle finger off his neck. He said, "Tick tock." He said, "Tick tock, young Tai Long, or your boyfriend dies. I will decay your boyfriend in front of you." Tick tock. He said, "Please don't." So he switched back to the others. Kirishima was about to go by himself to say Bakugo and Yang. That's when Zuko said, "What the hell you think you going?" It's going to say Bakugo and Yang. Well, he said, "You're not going by yourself. I'm going with you." Yang means everything to Rwby. I'm not gonna sit there and allow her to get get hurt. And I'm not leaving you behind. I'm not allowing you to do this by yourself so you can get yourself killed. Thanks, man. No problem. What friends? What friends are for? And fist buttons. When Edith, that's when Todoroki said, "I'm also coming with you, guy." All right. The more the merrier. That's when y'all said, "I'm coming too." And she made another tracking device. That's when Edith said, I can't believe you got still considering going. You're making the same mistake like I did." If I can't stop you, I'll come with you. If this gets way out of hand, we're turning back. So, alright. So they did, so the same people, like it came and went to the same Bakugo. They've got their disguise and on, like, really, why? And Todoroki said, why couldn't you just make them with your quirk? And Yaoyoroshi said the same thing, like, you just wanted to spend a lot of money. So everyone got to the area where we're at before. Then when we switched back to Bakugo and Yang perspective, Bakugo was still had his Shigaraki was still holding on Bakugo's throat with only his middle finger sticking out. He said, "Oh well, if you're not gonna answer it, I'm just gonna kill him. I'm just gonna kill him in front of you." So he was lowering down his middle finger. She said, "No, no." Suddenly heard a door knock. He said, "Pizza delivery." And Shigaraki said, "Who the hell ordered pizza? Who the hell ordered pizza?" And that's when he heard a Detroit smash. Seeing All Might smash through the door. Suddenly the other villains came. The other heroes came. Kamiwood captured the League of Villains with his quirk. Shigaraki got caught and let go of Bakugo. And Bakugo said, "Oh, shit." He started getting up a bit, walking towards Yang, trying to break her out. So Bakugo used his explosion to break Yang's chains. Yang said, "Bakugo, you alright?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm fine." He said, so the same thing happened. Only that black liquid teleported both all the rest of the members of the League of Villains and Bakugo and Yang. All Might said, "Bakugo, Yang." He's like, "No." That's when Awful One came and the whole building started shattering. In the battlefield. So they did the same thing like in canon. He said, only you, Kirishima, could call as his friend. He said, "Bakugo, let's go." Bakugo just exploded straight towards, grabbed Yang. He straight exploded. Like, "Yang, let's go." So Bakugo grabbed Yang and exploded straight toward Kirishima and grabbed his hand like, "You idiot. What the guy?" I'm really asshole. So Yang used her gauntlets to blast them toward the shit. That's what All Might and All For One start having their battle. And Tatsumaki was helping All Might against All For One. So we got hit with one All For One spikes. He used her telekinesis to throw the building straight at All For One. All For One managed to use a wind pressure to break the building. All For One used a giant wind pressure to not push Tatsumaki back. He said, "Mom." You said, grab Zuko, said, "Zuko, don't do what I'm thinking you're doing." we already say Bakugo and Yang. You don't have to do anything else. Your mom can handle it. Your mom and All Might can handle it. You just need to trust in them. So the same fight happened. So that when All Might showed his Small Might form to the entire world, and All For One told him about Nana Shimura's grandson Tomura Shigaraki, that when All Might was started getting into the depression, suddenly that same woman said, "Please save us, All Might." That's when Tatsumaki said, "Snap out of it, All Might. You still had a villain to fight." That's when All Might started mustering up the last of the Emperor of One for All. It started. Finally, he buffed up his right arm. He tried to stand off one attack. Suddenly, All Might finally hits All For One. He's hit him with the United States smash, knocking out All For One. And the last of the Emperor of One for All disappeared from him. He buffed up one last time, raised his fist in the air. Everyone said, in the newspaper said, All Might, the number one, has defeated the villain. And he put to the screen saying, "You're next." That's when we saw on the screen, she said, "All right, All Might." So, I'm about to fall on the ground. That's when Tatsumaki grabs All Might to her telekinesis and said, "Take it easy there, All Might." He said, Thank you, Tatsumaki." Like, "No problem." So everyone, so Bakugo and Yang got sent to the hospital. His wounds recovered, and Yang went to the precinct and get questioned. So they started the dorms. They had a few weeks so they could build the dorms. So after they built the dorms, they had that. So they had that dorm competition. Saw still won the dorm competition. No, Izuka couldn't cook and bake. Sato still won it because he been doing it for longer. So Yang asked Rwby, "Can we talk?" And Rwby said, "Sure, Yang." So both Yang and Rwby went to the same place where Bakugo and Izuku were at. And Yang said, What you hide from me, Rwby?" And Rwby said, "What you talking about, Yang? Don't." And Yang said, "Don't lie to me. I know about One for All." And Ruby's eyes, they said, "Wait, you know how?" And though we're gonna do a flashback before after the filing end of the final exam. Yang went to All Might's office. He said, "All Might, we need to talk." And All Might said, "Yes, Miss Tai-Long. What you want to talk about? What's your relationship to my sister?" He said, "Oh, that's none of your concern, young Tai-Long." And Yang said, "I'm gonna ask you again. What is the relationship between you and my sister?" I knew Rwby's sister was a kid. I know damn well she didn't have that ability, generating lightning all over her body and strength. So you gonna tell me what's going on with my sister, or I'll beat it out of you. Say, "Miss Tai-Long, I don't want to hurt you." Suddenly, Yang's eye turned red, started beating up All Might, like, tell me what you did to my sister." And she keep wailing on All Might over and over again. All Might in his buff form, he tried to the whole back. Yang hits All Might in his weak spot. And All Might coughed up blood and went to his small like, what the hell are you? Wait. Now he grabbed Yang said, so this is what you really look like. Then he grabbed All Might tie and slammed him on the ground onto the wall and said, what the hell happened to you? What the hell's wrong with you? And hell you get what you do with your relationship with my sister. And All Might said, all right, I'll tell you. And she let go of All Might. All Might explained. Your sister Rwby, Young Rose, is my successor for one for all. And Yang said, "What? One for all? What the hell is that? It's my quirk that I passed on to her. She is my successor, so that's my relationship. She's a master and student. So that makes sense. That's why I see her always being around you." So why didn't she tell me? Cause I told her, I told her not to tell anybody. To keep one for all secret. She should at least told me. I'm her sister. We don't keep nothing. We keep no secret from each other. I'm sorry, Mrs. Tylon. I told her she couldn't tell anyone. So who else knows? It's her and Izuku. And eyes wide like, Izuku knows? Yes, because Midoriya was there with her when that happened. When I offered, I meant to give Izuku my quirk, but he said no. He said you offered it to Rwby, so I trained Rwby for during middle school to high school to now how to control one for all. Become the next symbol of peace. Yanks took a deep breath and said, she got so much planning to do. She walked out of All Might's office. All Might said, oh my God, she's more scarier than the Gran Torino. Back to the present. Yang, I could explain. Like, really? You could at least told me, Rwby. Yang, I'm sorry. All Might told me not to tell anyone. Not even you. I know with Izuku because he was there with me. I know, he told me that already. He could have at least told me. I'm your sister. You tell me everything. I'm sorry, Yang. So Yang walked towards Rwby and hugged her like, please don't ever hide no more secrets from me. He said, all right. So both Yang and Rwby went back to the dorms. And after that, that's when they met the big when Bakugo finally got cleared from the hospital, and they met the big three. So they had the same fight. Miro still fought everyone from Class 1A. He still won the fight. You know, Yang put up a good fight, but he couldn't beat Permeation. So next thing what happened, they were doing doing ultimate moves, and hero licensing exam happened. So I'm gonna skip the hero licensing exam because it's boring as fuck to do the cover. So I say everyone pass, even Todoroki and Bakugo. I pass. So after that, it was hero work studies. So So Izuku went with, but this time he went with Fubuki to do his hero work study. Or All Might offered Ruby to go to go to his sidekicks, to his old sidekick, Sir Night Eye's agency. Kirishima went with Fat Gum. Both Suyu and Uraraka went with Nejire to Ryuku's agency. And Yang also joined Kirishima to join Fat Gun's agency. So same thing happened with Ryuku's agency. Happened the same. Same thing happened with Fat Gun's agency. Happened the same with the mix of having Yang along. It happened more easy to take care of that villain easier. So we're gonna go to Rwby's agency with Sir Night Eye. So Muriel introduced Rwby to Sir Night Eye. They saw Sir Night Eye using the tickle machine on Bubble Girl. So Rwby tried her best to make Sir Night Eye laugh, but it didn't work. So Sir Night Eye told her if you could take the stamp out of my hand and stamp these papers, stamp yourself in, I will accept you as my work. I will accept you as my works. To work, have this. I'll be your work study teacher. So Rwby said, all right. So she started activating 30%, 35% on Run for All. She dashed using her semblance and try to grab a stamp. So now dodged it. Rwby turned around and said, so it's finally time to use that other quirk. So she got her hand, freaking lashed it on Sir Night Eye's hand. He said, wait, what? Then she grabbed the stamp and stamped her name onto the paper. He said, I can't believe it worked. I've been practicing this for a while for now. Yes, and Rwby did unlock Black Whip during the time of the 4th training camp. So Muriel and Rwby were doing patrol. That when a little girl accidentally bumped into Rwby. Rwby said, "Oh, are you okay?" And she helped her up. And that's when the little girl pulled on to Rwby's, said, "Please save me." And that's when a man with a bug doctor mask came to, "Oh, you found my daughter." And Miriam pulled Ruby's hoodie, pulled Ruby's hood on her head. Oh, you forgot to put this on. That when he said, "Oh, I think you'll find my daughter." Well, this is your kid? Why this little girl shaking and she covered in bandages? Oh, she's just a little scared because she's going to find her dad. And you know how kids are. They get hurt all the time. You like to get themselves hurt a lot. She looked at the girl and see that she was in fear. She didn't want to go with him. Rwby said, "You're lying. I've seen this look before. This is a look of fear, and she don't want to go back with you. What you doing to this little girl?" Suddenly, she started activating One for All around her body, holding on to the little girl. That's when the guy with the plague doctor man grabbed about to take off his glove. Rwby was about to pull out her crescent roller and start attacking the guy with the plague doctor man. And the little girl tried to get out of Rwby's grip. Rwby wasn't letting go. She pulled out her crescent rose. She said, "I'm not allowing you to have this girl." That's when Muriel knocked out Rwby. So I'm sorry I have to do this. but you don't ruin Sir's investigation. That's when the little girl went back to the man with the plague doctor mat to be known as Overhaul. So Overhaul and the little girl walked back into the alleyway. So Muriel grabbed Rwby in her crescent rose and went back to Sir Nade's agency. Rwby woke up and said, "Huh? What happened?" She looked, "Where's the girl?" She looked at Muriel. "Muriel, what you do?" "I'm sorry. You were gonna ruin Sir's investigation. So you knocked me out, allow her to go back with him?" And Mary said that was the girl's father. That when Rwby said he was lying. He was lying to you. That wasn't the girl's father. Dang it, Mario. Now she's gonna be in trouble. Now she's gonna be more in pain now. Because of you. And Rwby just walked off. So, a few days later, the meeting with the heroes came. Only thing different, Fubuki was in that meeting, so Izuku was here too. So, back gonna explain about what the quirk bullets were made of. That's when Mary was pissed off, like, dang it, I should allow Rwby to take the girl. It's my fault that she's still there being tortured. I said, dang it. She walked, after the meeting, she just walked off. Izuku said, Rwby. Shit. Rwby went, and Izuku went after Rwby. And Izuku said, what's wrong with Rwby? He said, I had her. And Izuku said, wait, what? I had her in my arms. I was about to save her, and Muriel knocked me out and allowed her to go back to that monster. He said, "You what?" He said, "I was gonna ruin Sir Nade's investigation on him. Now she's there being tortured and being used to be making those damn bullets." Rwby, I'm sorry that happened, but we'll do everything in our power to bring her back. And he hugged Rwby and said, no, I promise you that. And he passively kisses Rwby, and Rwby kissed him back. So Izuku flew Rwby up into the air. Said, Izuku, where are we going? She seemed stressed. I want to help you de-stress. And Rwby started blushing like, Izuku, what do you mean? So Izuku flew her back to his house. And he went into Izuku's room, locking the door. And this is alright, this is gonna be an 18 plus scene. If you're not 18 years old, please click out of it. Or skip a few minutes of the scene. So I'm about to do it in 3, 2, 1. So Izuku locked the door and started making out with Rwby. And Rwby said, Izuku, I know. He undid her tie and took it off on the food on the floor. He started making out with Rwby. Rwby said, Cookie, Izuku lifted her up, started making out with her, kissing her neck, rubbing on her chest, feeling her chest. He said, Cookie, Rwby said, I want you now. So I want you. And Izuku said, alright. So Izuku started unbuttoning Rwby's shirt. Took it off, just seeing her wearing our black and red bra. Then he would start falling over them, started kissing her neck. Rwby started unbuttoning Izuku's shirt. taking it off. The dude was just kissing on Ruby's neck. He undid her bra. Then he starts groping and sucking on her chest. Ruby's just moaning, Cookie. Started moaning and moaning. The while Luke just took off Ruby's skirt. Nothing. All she see was her pants. Then she took the panties off. Started playing with her. Started fingering her. Ruby was moaning, grabbing on Zuki's pillow, screaming, Cookie, yes, Cookie. Kept going and going. That's when Izuku started eating her out, hitting her G-spot. She just kept moaning and moaning. After a while, Ruby just said, well, I'm the only one, Snake. So she took off Izuku's belt, undid his pants, took off his pants and boxers. You saw how big was Izuku Kappa. He said, well, it's so big. And she started sucking Izuku dry. Ruby, and they kept going and going. For a while, Zuki put a condom and put it on. And Ruby said, please be gentle, Cookie. It's my first time. And Zuki said, yes, it's my first time too. But we're both transparent. So, Zuki was just gently putting his cock inside of Ruby, gently pushing it in. Ruby was wincing in pain. Her pussy started bleeding a bit. Zuki just waited till Ruby was comfortable continuing. And Ruby said, alright, I'm ready. So Zuki started pushing, going in further and started giving her started smashing her up. She kept going and going. All you hear is constant momentum going like, going on and on, kept going. Soon enough, Zuko was going faster and faster. Ruby was kept moaning in pleasure. They were just they locked lips with each other while Zuko kept thrusting in and out. He said, is it, like, Cookie, I'm about to, yeah, me too. So Zuko, they both, he milked you at least inside the condom. And she squirted, and they both came together. So when Zuki said, Ruby said, saw Zuki still, so he seemed like he was still ready for her. So after a while, Zuki was giving her the best, giving her dog all the positions he knew from watching Pornhub, the Hero Hub. Yeah, fucking Pornhub. The Prama Hub. So you see in her doggy style. Verse Cowgirl. And all that other stuff. They went 4 or 6 rounds in, using up all the condoms. Suddenly, so after a while, they was just laying on the bed, making out with each other, started cuddling each other. And Ruby said, I really needed that, Cookie. Thank you. And Zuki said, no problem. Ruby said, yeah, I love you. I love you too. They started making out, and then they went to sleep. So the day of the raid happened. Zuki, Ruby, and Yang were suddenly they went inside. Suddenly Mirio started running ahead, trying to save the girl, trying to save Eri. So, and Zuko said, Mirio, get back here! You don't go ahead of us. Mirio wasn't listening. He was focused on rescuing Eri. So the same thing happened with Tamaki. Still fought the 3 villains. Hiroshima and Fat Gun fought Rappa. And even so different. Kirishima he didn't get too injured because Yang was there. to help out. With Rwby and them. So finally, we got to finally skip to the fight between Mirio and Overhaul. Mirio was still, same thing happened to Cam. Mirio was still being a little dog shit out of Overhaul. That when one of Overhaul's men about aimed a permanent quirk wasted bullet at Aerie and shot at her. That when Mirio blocked the bullet from her, and that's when he lost his quirk. But he still was fighting Overhaul by himself without his quirk. So he tried to pull Aerie back into safety. That's when Izuku and Rwby came. So Izuku was slamming Overhaul onto the ground, threw one of his spikes at him. Rwby was using her crescent roll trying to attack Overhaul. Overhaul managed to was about to close. Rwby's managed to jump back, and she put away her crescent roll. And she started using her hands. She started using Black Whip to grab Overhaul's arms. Overhaul just pulled Rwby into a knee there in the chin, when he about to use his quirk on her. That's when Izuku freaking threw a pillar for Earth Spike at Overhaul. But managed to let go of Rwby. Suddenly, same thing happened in canon. Instead of Izuku going after Aerie, it was Rwby going after Aerie, and Rwby screaming, "Aerie!" The Aerie jumped toward Ruby's arm. He said, "I got you, Aerie." Suddenly, Rwby wasn't landing on the ground. Suddenly, she activated her third quirk. That was float. She was floating in the air. That was Nana Shimura's quirk. So she was floating in the air. She flew towards Izuku, and Izuku said, "Rwby, flying." I said, "Yeah, pretty much." Excuse me. So Overhaul said, "Give her back to me." The Rwby tied Aerie toward on her back. He said, "All right, Aerie, I need your help." He said, "All right, I'll try." And Rwby said, "One for all, 1,000,000%." Started charging on for all to 1,000,000%. Suddenly, Rwby did the same thing like Izuku did in the canon. Started bodying Overhaul. Started going all out. Suddenly, Rwby managed to knock out Overhaul. Suddenly, Aerie was losing control of her quirk. Ruby's body was starting to hurt. That's when Aizawa used his racing quirk, just turned off Aerie's quirk so Rwby could use it one for all. I said, "Oh, good. Thank you, Mr. Aizawa." Like, no problem. So, Overhaul got captured. In Overhaul's pocket, found the full complete version of the quirk racing bullet and handed to Fubuki. Fubuki said, "Good job, Izuku." So I take this to the priest thing. So everything. So the prison bus that Overhaul was in got by Shigaraki. Shigaraki tried to look for the perfect quirk-raking bullets, but it wasn't on him. So he said, "You're useless." So he still decayed both of his arms and walked off. So after that, that when Aizawa said, "You guys had to choose a theme for the school festival. Wait, before that happened, so the same thing happened to Sonata happened like in canon. Sonata still died because he tried to save both, save Ari and Muriel, and Sonata still died. Before he died, Sonata looked in Muriel's future and said, "You're going to be a good hero." Then he passed away. Muriel with tears in his eyes, seeing Sonata, his mentor, dying right in front of him. And Rwby tried to offer Muriel one for all, and Muriel said, "No, I couldn't take one for all from you." Like, but Muriel, I have power already. But I could give you one. I don't know. Like, no, it's fine. So, all right, if you say so. So we'll go back. So I thought. So. So Aizawa told him to choose a theme. Kaminari, although having a maid cafe, and that's when everyone said no. And Zuki said it would be nice seeing Rwby. And definitely Yank said hell no. No, but that when Blake said hell no. And Kaminari said, "What? What was wrong with you wearing that maid outfit? You look pretty nice in that maid outfit." He said that when Blake said, "Shut up, Kaminari." Like, fine. And he went back to the dorm still thinking of a theme. And Jiro said, "What about a music? What about a concert?" Everybody said, "That's a great idea." So everyone was excited. Oh, you what? Like, and Yank said, "What about Bakugo? Bakugo played the mean drums." Bakugo, well, don't tell him that. Like, oh, you think, Big Bad Kacha can't drum a little, can demonstrate us him playing the drums? That's all Bakugo. Then he started drumming out. And he finished there. And Jiro said, "Whoa, that's amazing." Like, cause I could join too. I could play the mean guitar. And Tarnari, like, "You better be good." He's like, "Hell." And Kaminari said, "Heck yeah." He started strumming out. Said, "Not bad." So we need another guitar player. Like, so, all right. Then yeah, I don't play guitar. Then Tokiyama started playing the guitar. He's like, "Yeah, I can play guitar." Like, so we need a singer. Everybody looked at Jiro and said, "Come on, Jiro, I heard you singing before. I heard you singing in your room before. You have a great voice." And Jiro started singing, like, "Yep, Jiro's definitely our singer." So they were playing on backup dance. Like, so Kirishima said, "Meanie, I could help with the special effects." And Yank said, "I also help too." Like, said, "Me too." So the people who are doing the dance are Rwby, because the same people in canon, so it'd be someone plays them now. Gonna be Rwby. Plays Inzuku. Gonna be Blake. Wise dancing. Wise dancing, and that. Momo still playing the keyboard, go playing the drum. Kaminari and Tokiyami playing guitar. Shindo doing special effects. We're not doing. Oh, hold on, pause. And Mina helping people who don't know how to dance. So we're gonna skip to the day of all the preparation, the day of the concert. So we didn't have to deal with Gentle Criminal because Ayama wasn't not part of Class 1A. but freaking Fuki dealt with just a criminal like that. So the concert began. Everyone had a great time. Aries finally smiled, and then everyone else enjoyed the rest of the festivities. Everybody won the beauty contest. So much it. Pretty much it of the sport of the school festival. So that's when everyone was just relaxing and spending time with each. That's when that's when Yang pulled Bakugo, started making out with him. Went to her dorm room, and they got some that got it on. Bakugo was freaking giving her the the vitamins and giving her the good times. As for Todoroki and Weiss, they were just making out, just getting though. Todoroki was making out with Weiss. Weiss wanted to go further, but Todoroki said, "Yeah, I'm not now. It's been a long day, so maybe next time." He kissed Weiss, and he can walk back to his dorm room. As for Rwby and Deku, yeah, they got it on too. Again. And after a while, we go to Blake and Shinzo's room. Blake and Shinzo was getting it on. Shinzo was giving Blake the good times. So we're gonna skip a few months later. David Shield gave Izuku a call and said, Izuku said, "Yeah, David, what is it? It's ready, Izuku." So really? Yes, it is. So during a few months, they found the heroes finally found Adam, and they took care of Adam and the main member, his new member of the White Fang. So that's when, and All Might retired, and Fubuki became the new #1 hero, and Tatsumaki came to #2, Endeavor #3, Hawks is #4, and so that when it happened. So All Might gave them a flight to Island. So everyone in Class 1A came to see Rwby, Weiss, Yang, and Blake. It's a farewell because they're about to head back to their world. And Yang is holding Weiss on her shoulder, and Weiss said, "I don't want to go back. I want to stay with Todoroki-kun. Come on, we have to go back." He said, "No." Todoroki walked to Weiss, like, Yang, let her go. Weiss told Todoroki, like, "You have to go. I'll never forget. I will never forget you, Weiss." He touched Weiss on her face, and passively kisses Weiss. He said, "I love you, Weiss Mead. And I'm going to miss you." And Weiss started crying and started hugging Todoroki, and he said, "All right." So Yang went towards Bakugo, passively kissing him. "I'm gonna miss you, Koski. I'm gonna miss you too. Oh, I'm gonna miss you too." And Yang pulled off her scarf and put it around Bakugo's neck. He said, This is for some. This is for here. Have I want you to have this for you to remember me by. I will never forget you, Koski Bakugo. The person I fell in love with. Bakugo hugged Yang and practically kisses her. She said, I will never forget you too, Yang Tai Long. With Shinzo, everybody, and Rwby said, wait, where's Blake? That's when Blake, and Shinzo, Blake was holding Shinzo. I was like, I don't want to, but I have to. And Shinzo said, I understand. I'm gonna miss you, Blake. And Shinzo put his capture scarf around Yang's neck. I want you to have this to remember me by. Yang finally got back. They all saw Blake and Shinzo holding hands. Like Mila said, "Oh my God, you two are dating." And like, he said, "Yeah, we are. I'm keeping this a secret, but it is my last day here. So yeah, me and Shinzo were dating. Are dating. I don't know how this long distance relationship gonna be. So yeah, I'm gonna miss you, Shinzo." He kissed Shinzo on the cheek as he went towards the others. And finally, Rwby and Izuku. Rwby said, "Cookie, I wish you could. I want you to come with me. I'm sorry, I can't. I can't leave my mom behind. No, I would love to meet your Uncle Crow and your father's tie, but I have a responsibility to go." And Rwby said, "I know. I'm really gonna miss you, Cookie." Rwby took off her scarf, her red hood, her signature hood, and put it around Deku and said, "Here, I want you to have this." With tears flowing down her eyes. "Something you remember me by. I'm really gonna miss you." And she hugged Izuku, passively kissing him. Only the portal started glowing. He said, Leader said, "Go ahead, you guys. It's time for you guys to go. Go in there and go back to the world of Remnant." Rwby still had tears in her eyes. She said, "Okay." And everyone was going inside. Yang went in there first. Then Blake, then Weiss. He was about to go in there. He said, I can't go. I can't leave without my cookie. Suddenly, Rwby grabbed Midoriya and brought him into the portal. Brought him into the portal. Suddenly, the portal started flickering. Like, what's going on? Suddenly, the portal started malfunctioning. Like, shit, it's over. Shit, it's over. We left it on too long. Suddenly, the machine started a big wide explode. Said, like, I had to shut it down. Said, Bakugo said, "Fuck it, I'm not leaving. I'm not staying. This world not staying without Yang." Then Bakugo used his explosion and went inside the portal. And Shinzo just grabbed Todoroki. Said, I'm not leaving, Blake. I know you don't. I don't care what you said. We're not gonna leave Weiss." And he threw Todoroki into the portal, and he jumped in the portal with behind him. And Kirishima said, "Oh hell no, I'm not go." He said, "Oh hell no, you're not. I'm not gonna miss out this act. I want to see the world." Then he jumped in there. He jumped behind. Enzo. And Mina said, "Kirishima, get back here!" Like, Kirishima, like, Gary, get back here. And then she got crab. Like, "Mr. Adao, let me go." Like, yeah, it's too dangerous. Like, oh, if Kirishima go, I'm going too. And Kaminari jumped in the portal. Jiro said, "You idiot!" Then freaking someone, Yarozo kicks freaking Jiro into the portal and said, "Go get your man. Go get your man. Go get your man, Jiro." And Jiro went like, "You sons, like Yamamoto." As he went inside the portal, suddenly the portal finally exploded. Suddenly, in the prison cell, freaking Adam disappeared from the distance. Also, freaking Cinder disappeared. Like, what happened? Everybody said, "Oh, what happened?" Like, he's like, "Huh?" And Mia said, "No, Kirishima. Oh, Kiri." And All Might said, "Young Midoriya." That's when Odro. That's when freaking. When Sato said, "Well, so who telling which one of y'all gonna tell Tatsumaki and Endeavor that their children went inside a portal to another world?" And All Might said, "Ah, fuck." Guess like I had to break the news to Tatsumaki. Though after that, a few hours later, he went to deal with He went to Endeavor, and Endeavor said, "What? You allowed my Shoto to get dragged into a portal to another world? How the hell are you gonna get back?" Alma said, "I don't know. It was just a one-way trip, so we can't bring them back. So they pretty much stuck there forever." Like, what? "Yeah, I'm sorry. You sorry? My son is in another world." Say, yeah. And suddenly, they were about to use his quirk on All My dip. Suddenly, a huge wave of fire came from Endeavor's house. He said, "Alright." He finally made it his food. He thought, "Okay, this is gonna be a pain." So he knocked on the door. He said, Toshinori, you're here. What you doing here? Is Fubuki home with you too?" Like, "Yeah, we're waiting on for Izuku. I know Izuku's gonna be heartbroken to think about Rwby. So come in. We wait for him." "Yeah, it's about your Izuku. What you mean?" So All Might explained what happened to Izuku. Suddenly Tatsumaki got pissed and her body surrounded. She started levitating nice. Said, Rwby pulled my son into a portal to her world, and you didn't stop her? Like, what? It happened so. And All Might said, "What?" Like, Tatsumaki happened so fast. I couldn't react. Like, my baby boy is in a world that he barely don't know. It's only Fuki pulled out a box cutter and put it onto All Might's throat. Like, "You gotta find a way to bring my nephew back. Now, like, we can't. You're gonna take the machine exploded when that happened. It's no way to bring him back." And David Shield said it was a one-way trip. So they stuck there forever. We can't bring them back. I'm sorry. Suddenly, Tatsumaki just dropped all the knives. He started tearing up, saying, "My baby, Izuku." With tears flowing down her eyes. And Fubuki tried to comfort her older sister. So with Aizawa, he tried to to explain to all the parents that their child went inside a portal. And Aizawa got yelled at by all the parents, even Mitsuki yelled the living fucking crap out of Bakugo, out of Aizawa. Said, so you let my son freaking go in a portal after a girl? Look, it happens too fast. So you could have stopped him, grabbed him by with your scarf. So and here, Jiro's parents are yelling at. I was like, "You were supposed to be. You said you were gonna protect my daughter. Now she in another world. What's the matter with y'all?" So let's jump toward Ruby and them. They finally got out the portal. Suddenly, Azuka fell on Ruby, and Azuka said, "Ruby, why? Why you do that for, Ruby?" Ruby started hugging her. I couldn't bear leaving you behind. I couldn't bear staying, having to lose you forever, never see you again. I love you too much to do that. It would hurt so much if I just did that. And Yang said, "Oh, so you got to bring your boyfriend back to our world, but I couldn't bring Bakugo." Yeah, or I could bring my Todoroki-kun. Don't be mad at her. She starts Blake holding Shinzo's scarf, or thinking about Shinzo. Suddenly, Bakugo exploded toward the portal. It's like, okay, where the hell are we? And where's Yang? And Yang freaking bull rushed Bakugo. Said, "Bakugo, you're here." "Yeah, I couldn't leave you." He put Yang's scarf back on her, and this belonged to you. And Yang started passionately kissing Bakugo. His Todoroki fell on his face like, "Ow, damn it, Shinzo." And White said, "Todoroki-kun." Hey, I was forced to come here by suddenly Shinzo landed. Yeah, you was going. It was coming if you didn't like it or not. And finally, Blake wrapped her arms around Shinzo. He said, "Shinzo, you here?" Suddenly, two more figures fell on the ground. He said, "What the hell?" And Bakugo embraced the kiss from Yang. He said, "Shit here! What the hell you doing here?" Like, what? I wasn't gonna. Like, he said, "Shitty hair, Dorso. What the hell you guys doing here?" He said, "What? I can't leave you. I could have missed this. I could have missed all the fun. I could allow you guys to have all the fun in this place. And I want to see the world of Revenant, what it looks like. And I would hell no, I wasn't gonna miss the chance of being Remnant in this nice in Remnant. Probably got some pretty girls around here." Suddenly, Jiro landed on Kaminari's back. Like, "Oh, my back!" And everybody say, "Jiro, what you doing here?" Yarosa pushed me into the portal, and she started blushing and said, "Get my mans." Even though me and Kaminari are dating, and she got out of Kaminari, or he got up and said, "Oh, my back." "So where the hell are we?" The Kaminari said, "So where the hell are we?" He said, "So welcome to." That's when Rwby said, "So welcome to Remnant." Luke just smiled. He just helped Rwby up and just smiled, just hugged her. I was like, oh, I could not. Low-key, I was gonna run after one in that portal behind you if you did win. Like, really? I was wide. Like, really? It's like, I couldn't leave you behind. Even though I said doing this to stay brave. I could have never found a woman like you, a girl like you, Rwby. So I couldn't stand to stay further apart from you. I'm glad you brought me here. Smiley hugged. So, so the first thing we need to do is find where we are. So Rwby and them was walking around. Suddenly they see a man wearing a white jacket and three other people fighting a man with a scorpion tail. So go to Crow's back. He's fighting Turian right now. Suddenly Crow slashed off Turian's tail. Turian man had to escape from teleporting. So we go back to Rwby, and Ruby's eyes wide and said, Uncle Crow? Suddenly, Rwby used her semblance mixed with One for All and dashed towards them. He said, Uncle Crow! And she tapped Dog Paw Crow. The Crow opened his eyes. He saw like someone he couldn't he was that he never thought he would see again. And Crow said, Rwby? Rwby? Is that you? Am I dreaming? Like, no, Uncle Crow, it really is me. He said, Rwby. And Crow hugged Rwby. He's like, I can't believe it, you're back. Thank God. I was worried sick. Ever since the battle began, we couldn't find you or Yang. Wait, where's Yang? And Yang said, Uncle Crow! She hugged Crow. She said, Yang, you guys are here. Thank goodness. And Kaminari said, wasn't that a guy did that guy just had a scorpion's tail? And Crow said, wait, who are these guys? We have it's a long story. So Rwby explained, so these are our classmates from UA. Like, and Crow said, UA? What? What? So Rwby said, that's when John said, Rwby? Like, John! And John hugged Rwby. I can't believe you're alive. I thought you guys was dead. Ren said, I'm glad you guys are dead. I'm glad you guys aren't dead. Like, yeah, Ren. Good to see you too. And Nora started hugging Rwby like, Rwby, I'm glad you are alive. You're like, you guys made it out too. The battle of Beacon, yeah. So everyone started. So John started explaining what happened after the battle of Beacon. So Rice was right about Ozpin being dead. Got killed. So they were trying to walk. So they was trying to head to to meet up with Lionheart. So before that happened, Crow said, "Who are these guys?" And Rwby said, "Oh." And she grabbed Izuku's hand and said, "This is Izuku Midoriya, and he's my boyfriend." And Crow said, "Wait, boyfriend?" "Yeah." And Izuku said, "So you must be Crow Broadswin. I heard a lot about you from Rwby and Yang." And Yang pulled Bakugo towards Crow. He said, "This is my Uncle Crow. I want to introduce you to Katsuki Bakugo. He's also my He's my boyfriend." Crow said, "Wait, boyfriend?" And freaking Rwby introduced Todoroki to Uncle Crow, and she said that was Weiss's boyfriend. And John said, "Wait, Weiss has a boyfriend now?" And Todoroki said, "Who are you?" "Oh, my name is John Ark. Oh, nice to meet you, Shoto Todoroki. To meet you too. So you had a and he said, so you had a crush on Weiss, huh?" And he said, how did you able to get with Weiss?" "What you mean?" "I tried my best to get with her. She was just so cold and rejected me. Like, that's weird. Wait, you sure we talk?" And Todoroki said, "Are you sure we talk about the same Weiss, Mead? What you talking about?" Because Weiss was all fangirling around on me when I first met her with this girl in my universe named Yarozen. And they had this whole competition for my affection, and she ended up winning. And introduced, so while they were talking, Blake introduced Shinzo to the others and said that Shinzo was her boyfriend. So Rwby introduced introduced Denki Kaminari, and Andrio Kirishima and Kyoko Jiro to them. So, and Rwby tried to explain what happened to them. So Rwby explained. So after when I saw Pyrrha die right in front of me, my eyes started glowing. Suddenly, I just saw white. Something just saw all white, and a huge big. Suddenly, I end up. Next thing I know, I was in Cookie's world. And Crow said, "Cookie?" "Yeah, look at my little cookie." Of course. In his world, there was no Grimm. And people had these things called quirks. And villains also had these quirks. But only thing they had to deal with was villains with these thing called quirks. And the worst thing about it, Cinder and Adam was there. I don't know if Adam and Cinder made it back to our world, because I think the machine has. And Jiro said the machine had malfunctioned when you brought Izuku in, and Davis and Mr. Shield said the portal had been open for too long and it started malfunctioning. Then Bakugo's stupid self started charged into the portals trying to go after, try to come here. So whoa. So okay, and Crow said, all right, slow down. So you said, so you telling me that freaking you guys are all you guys are from another world, that a world of people who had these things called quirks, and you don't have Grimm in your world. You have things called villains, and they say, yeah. And Crow said, why the hell would you decide to come here? It's pretty much peaceful in your world than ours. The Bakugo said, what was that? Like, that's when Yang said, Bakugo, calm down. Like, why the hell? Why? Like, Bakugo, calm down. You're gonna bring Grimm here. Like, what the fuck's our Grimm? What the hell are Grimms? And Crow said, Grimms are creatures that are made by Salem. They can feel they can feel negative emotions and negative energy. They come when they sense negative emotions or anger. So you need to you need to calm down. So the first thing we should do is head to Vacuo to meet up with to meet Lionheart and find the Spring Maiden. So Crow and them start heading to Iowa to Lionheart's location, and that's where I'm gonna leave it off. So that's the end of the video. I hope you like this new. Hope you like part 4 of What If Team Rwby, where Isekaied to the My Hero Academia. So that is the end of the My Hero story. Now we're going through now. So this is the part of the redo is gonna be different. So it's now we're going to the Rwby the Rwby universe where how would Bakugo, Kirishima, Izuku, Shinzo, Todoroki, Denki, and Jiro handle the world of Remnant? Find out in the next part find out in part 5 of What If Team Rwby, where Isekaied to the My Hero universe we do. I hope you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure you press that bell. Never miss a video. It has been your boy, the Hollow Panther, wishing all my fellow Hollows a great rest of their day. Peace.